This structural failure repeats whenever truth is sacrificed for power. It creates a first zero, a coordinate where the memory of our origin is lost, necessitating a total restoration of the system's alignment. To prevent the permanent loss of this information, the system utilizes a preservation mechanism anchored by the pen in Chapter 68. The pen inscribes the reality of every hidden event, ensuring that even what is buried remains a part of the universe's total information. This record is the invariant center, a signature that remains unerasable regardless of the weight piled on top of it. This creates a state of intense tension. The truth is preserved, but it is localized in the deep, encased in the dark sea, locked in the prison and the womb. It is a memory held in suspension, waiting for a specific resonance to draw it back into the light. Stored information is only half of the equation. For the timeline to heal, the system requires an operator to move the truth from the darkness of storage into the clarity of action. The restoration begins when the buried pages are spread open. This is the moment where latent information is pulled into the space of execution, turning a dormant record into a living force. This movement is initiated through remembrance. In the Quranic framework, to remember is to realign oneself with the original coordinates of the source, overcoming the amnesia that leads to the burial of truth. We find the pivot point for this alignment in the darkness of the whale. When Yūnus calls out from the depths, he isn't just expressing a feeling, he is calling from the coordinate of maximum compression. His cry of Subhanaka, the recognition of divine perfection, re-establishes the connection to the source. Remembrance functions as a re-synchronization. By acknowledging the truth from within the most isolated point of the abyss, Yūnus bridges the gap between the buried zero and the infinite origin. This single act of memory in the deep acts as the initial pulse that restores the entire circuit, proving that truth cannot be extinguished if even one node remains aligned. This pulse travels through the chainmail of Dawood, the interlocking weave of Quranic signs. Because the stories are structurally linked, the memory of one prophet vibrates through the lives of all others, regardless of when they lived. When Yūnus remembers, the resonance reaches Mūsā and his young companion by the sea. The boys' momentary forgetfulness of their fish is corrected by this wider pulse of remembrance, turning a lost meal into a navigational signpost. The cascade continues, striking the prison where Yūsuf waits. His companion, who had forgotten him for years, suddenly experiences a retrieval of memory. The suppressed truth surfaces, and the sequence of delay is finally broken. These locations, the whale, the cave, and the prison, function as mirrors. They are different expressions of the same concealment chamber, where truth is purified before it is allowed to return. Within this architecture, the boundaries of time and distance become secondary to functional alignment. One act of remembrance at any point in the circuit instantly restores the integrity of the entire system. All these awakened nodes now merge into the Ahmed convergence. From the cooling of Ibrahim's fire to the resolution of Yūsuf's trial, every purified link joins together to form one unified path of return. The system now moves towards its final objective, the return of the servant to the source. This is the journey from the darkness of the burial to the light of the highest horizon, where the truth is finally recognized in its entirety. The cycle of trials reaches completion. The buried daughter is answered, the forgotten fish is found, and the righteous inheritance is secured. The chainmail circuit is now fully stabilized, standing as an unbroken bridge between the divine origin and the world we inhabit. The final link in this vast interlocking armor is not found in the past. It is the reader. The entire matrix of signs is held in a state of potential. It is a waiting circuit, requiring a living consciousness to close the loop and turn memory into action. This is the significance of the command given in chapter 19. O Yahya, take the book with strength. The chainmail is in your hands. The mother field is witnessing. The entire structure of truth is waiting for you to take up the book and complete